All right, y'all, we are back here again for another day of Daily Verse. Today's daily verse will be coming from Jeremiah 17, verse 7. Before I get into this, just want to know, I'm pretty sure I was called to make this video for sure. So, before one of my roommates went to bed, the last verse he said was Jeremiah 17, verse 7. All right? And then I go on the Bible chat app today, and you know what the daily verse the daily verse is? It's Jeremiah 17, verse 7. I said, okay, Lord, you've made it clear. All right, I will be making that tomorrow. So today's verse is Jeremiah 17, verse 7, which says here, the person who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence indeed is the Lord, is blessed. So, trust in the Lord, right, means to rely on Him for guidance, strength, and provision, right? True hope is found in God alone, y'all. You gotta trust Him. You gotta trust in Him on no matter what you are going through right now in life, right? There's gonna be so many up and downs in this world. There's so many up and downs in this world, y'all, but we have to stay on that path with God. You know, it's narrow, right? Because some people don't want to go through the hard things, right, that Jesus went through, right? But we have to know, we know that going into this walk that we're going to go through hard things, right? But it's nothing compared to the glory that He has for us, right? Romans 8:18, right? So you got to stick with it. Stick with the plan He has for you, right? It's going to be difficult sometimes. You're going to get tired, right? You're going to feel like you don't want to get in your word. You're gonna feel like you don't want to go to work, all right? You're going to feel like you want to go to school and study and all this stuff, all right? It's not going to be easy, right? But you have God on your side. That's the difference between us Christians, right, compared to somebody who doesn't believe, right? They're going through that exact same stuff, but they don't have somebody to look up to. They don't have somebody that's giving them strength consistently every single day, right? We have God, right? So rejoice, be glad in that today. Okay, be thankful. He is here, right here, going through all these trials that you're going through right now. That's why our strength and our trust in Him, it grows every day, right? Because it's like you get out of that trial, you got through that trial, through His strength, right? The relationship gets even stronger, right? So let's also go to Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6, because that was one thing that popped up in my head as I was reading through this verse. And let's see here. So Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6. We've read it again, but hey, it's never enough to read this verse, okay? Which says here, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not rely on your own understanding. In all your ways, know He will make your path straight, right? Because that's something we like to do, right? We trust, sometimes we can trust the Lord with all our heart, but you want to think, right? You remember how that we did all our thoughts process, man. It just changed my whole mindset now. It's like we think that we're doing something right, when in reality, when we think, we're not relying on God, and we're discrediting His plan He has for us. When we start to think a different way of how something should go, right? Because we're not thinking it through with God, right? So be patient, right? Trust with all your heart, not 90% of your heart, not 99% of your heart. Trust in all your heart, right? Trust in Him, what He can do. You've seen what he can do, right, in your life. So why are you doubting what He has planned for you, right? Get rid of these extra thought process that you want to think. And the big thing is making scenarios of stuff that hasn't even happened yet. We got to stop doing that, y'all. Trust in the Lord. Pray about these situations, y'all. Don't worry, because if you got time to worry, that means you got time to pray. All right, Philippians 4, 6, and 7. Right, that you see how that verse can basically get borrowed up in anything we talk about. Right, because that it's give thanks to Him, bro. Give thanks to His prayer. Right, let Him give it all to Him. Right, so that was one, and then one more I want to go over is Isaiah 40. Let's go over Isaiah 40, verse 31. And another one I was just in my head right now, I was reading through that, is Ephesians 6, and 10 through 12, how it's a spiritual battle, and we got to put on the armor of God, right? And that's another thing, put on his strength, right? Put on the strength of him in everything that we go through, right? Relying more on him. That goes back to more his trust, all right? And Isaiah 40:31, which says here, but those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength, all right? They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and will not become weary. They will walk and not faint. They will walk and not faint, right? Come on, y'all. They will walk, not faint. Putting your trust in the Lord, like, think about how the miracles, we were just talking about how Moses in the Red Sea, right? And how they had trust in him, and bam, he guided them through that sea, right? Making a wall of water, man. Like, you gotta have trust in what he can do, right? And that's just a big thing. And also, another thing that's popped in my head is Psalms 119, 105, right? And that's been popping up a lot recently too. I'm gonna go to that, and we'll close the video out on that one, on that note. So Psalms, because y'all probably wondering what's the last thing? Guidance, all right? Because we're talking about his provision, his plan and stuff. Guidance here, y'all, guidance. That's why I'm so big about the word. Your word is a lamp for my feet. A lamp, y'all. A lamp for my feet and a light on my path, right? You go to the word when you seem like you're dark in the world, right? You don't know what's going on in your life. Your life is just tending. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Well, I know one step, right? As I go to this verse right here, it's like, oh, a light on my path opens my eyes, right? Just like I was just telling y'all, it's like, hey, we see eye to eye, right? I'm looking at y'all, but God sees through our eyes. He's looking past us through this wall, right? Through that wall, right? He's seeing y'all are seeing me. He's seeing through the wall, right? You gotta trust in that though. All right, I love y'all. Jesus loves y'all more, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.